Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Homayoon TV. Today we're going to explore some cool features in Dorico note input that you might be missing. So if you want to learn more, keep on watching. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to tell you today is about note input and different ways of note input in Dorico, and of course, why should we use this or that method. So the first one is super easy. All you gotta do is just click anywhere you want in your score. You press enter, all right? And then you have to press the key on your keyboard, or you can choose these durations. And then you can choose the pitch on your keyboard. So for example, I can say, hey, I want an eighth note, and then I want to add a C, all right? And then so on. And this is going to still stay the same unless you change the duration. So if I press, for example, 6 on my keyboard, which is the eighth note, I can now add quarter notes, right? So we have different durations. And as you noticed, I first added my duration and then I added my pitch. So I just changed the duration as I want. You see nothing is changing, then the pitch. But now the other way around. If I just go to an empty space here and I press K on my keyboard, as you can see, there is now a note here, like a rest note that has been changed. And there is also this icon here that's blue now, which says pitch before duration. So this feature is now on, okay? Because by default is duration before pitch, but now it's just pitch before duration. So what's going to happen now is that I can press any pitch that I want on my keyboard or my MIDI keyboard, okay? So let's say I'm gonna try this method. I'm gonna add a C here. As you can see, nothing is being added to my score, but then I'm just gonna add it with the duration. So if I press 5, I will keep adding just this duration to my score, and then I can change the duration by pressing another duration. Now, if you want to change the pitch, you can simply press another pitch on your keyboard or your MIDI keyboard. As you can see, you see the thingy in the middle on the rest note is also changing, so let's give you a preview. And then I can just say the duration that I want, and it has been added. So this is a bit like a workflow thing, like if you want this one or if you want the other one, it's just a preference. But I would say the difference is that if you use the second method, which is this method, it sometimes might be faster when you are trying out a melody or trying different pitches before you enter them. Because, for example, imagine I know I want a D here, okay, but I'm not sure what the rest of my melody is going to be or the next pitch. So I can just try it. All right, so this is, for example, something I like. Then I just keep it in my memory. And keep in mind that if you want to add a dotted notes here, you first need to add the dot, okay, with your keyboard or on Dorico itself, and it's just a dot on your keyboard. Then you add the durations, okay? Then you add the duration and the pitch, sorry, and then you add the note that you want. Then I'm pressing the duration. Okay, so this can be helpful in some ways. I mean, you have to figure out the way that you want to do stuff. But yeah, indeed, this is maybe the only difference, that you can just try things before you enter. Otherwise, if you are in normal, like the default thing, if you want to try things, you can't. So you have to really come out of note input mode and then go back into note input mode. As you can see, it's now not entering anything, but then I go back to note input mode. And then you can enter stuff. All right? Hey, so I wanted to introduce you to something cool. It's called a short cup, and it actually is a cup with shortcuts on it. And this one is fully compatible with Dorico. Link in the description below. Okay, now let's go to the next tip. Let's say I have a score here that I'm gonna add some notes. I'm gonna add some chords into it. And you might say, this is a violin, this is not really idiomatic what you're writing, but just bear with me. We're going to do something cool. I'm going to add some more stuff here. But let's say at this point, you realize, this is not something that you want, or one of the chords that you needed here, it's lacking. So you just simply use your arrow keys to locate it, and then press Q on your keyboard, okay? And then just add the pitch that you want. It's simple as that, okay? And then now let's go back to the reason that I said why I use this here. Well, first because it was just easy to write it here in a staff, but I'm not gonna actually use this for the violin. I'm gonna copy this, actually cut it, and what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna select all these, or actually just this is enough, right? So I just, by holding Shift on my keyboard, I selected all these rest notes, and I'm gonna right click on the empty space, paste special, as you can see, paste special, and then I'm gonna do explode. So what Dorico does is this really cool feature, is that it's gonna spread all your pitches across these two instruments, which is amazing. And then also you can, of course, change them as you want, or an octave down, or octave up, or just whatever you wish. So it's pretty handy trick to learn if you are also arranging, or if you're making like an orchestration from piano sheets or something. So this is pretty neat. All right, and the last tip that I'm going to tell you guys is the ability to enter stuff, notes, whatever, at the same time into as many staffs as you want. So let's say I'm going to enter into note input mode, then I press, and I hold Shift, all right, and use the arrow keys to just spread it into everything. Then I'm just gonna add the pitch that I want. Oh, but now look, now we are in chord mode, chord input mode. I'm going to turn off chord input mode, so it's not going to build up a chord there. So, and now I'm playing, inputting single pitches, but actually I can input chords as complex as you want. For example, all right, so it's just gonna spread it out in the instruments, which is a really time saver. And before I go, one last tip is that don't make a mistake of selecting these and going into note input mode, because that's not how it works. You really need to be in note input mode and then do the down arrow. Otherwise, it's not going to work. And yeah, so that was it for today. I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section. Until next time, Homayoon.